Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sunday, December 8th. Wow, approaching Christmas pretty fast, aren't we? So today's ride is undetermined, but I know we want to go for a ride, and I don't want to do a short little day trip. So I think we're going to head north towards St. Augustine. We love going there, but maybe points beyond that to maybe Amelia Island or Fernandina Beach. Right now I got a tough decision. Which motorcycle do I ride? Do I ride Elvis, my road glide, or do I ride Earl, my dirt glide, my Pan America Special? Stick around and see which one I decide to ride, and we'll see you on the road, and thanks for watching. Alright, so here we go. Today we are heading out on US 1 from Bunnell. Had to stop and get some gas. So at this point, we're still not quite certain where our final destination will be on this journey today. All we know is we're heading up towards St. Augustine, and we'll determine en route where we'll end up. It was a beautiful day, a little on the chilly side, so we donned our leather jackets and even had the heated grips turned on, and that's the first time I've ever had heated grips is on this Pan America Special. What a game changer that is. I'm not a fan of wearing full finger gloves, but wearing fingerless gloves and having the heated grips, major game changer, even here in Florida. So at this point, we are probably on the south side of St. Augustine. We're still on US 1 heading north. At this point, I think we've decided let's just continue through St. Augustine. We go there pretty often and wanted to venture out to see something new. So we thought about Amelia Island, Fernandina Beach, and just see where our journey takes us. I have to say that this is just the perfect day and a beautiful ride, and this was a first-time journey for both Tim and I on this route, and definitely will not be our last. And actually, we'll talk a little bit later about doing an overnight stay, but here we're just on the south side, or actually probably the north side now of Jacksonville, going over the Volano Bridge and crossing over the Tomato River. I don't think that's tomato. Tolomato River, pardon me. So again, just gorgeous views, beautiful bridge, and perfect day for riding. Anybody have any afraid of heights or riding over bridges? I, for one, don't, but I know many people do, so this might be a little scare for some. But again, this is North St. Augustine, crossing over the Tolomato River, and we'll make our journey through Jacksonville Beach. Actually, we'll make our journey first through Ponte Vedra and then Jacksonville Beach as we hop on A1A, or better known now as the Jimmy Buffett Memorial Highway. Beautiful views. Look at that sky. Look at that biker chick. So this route will actually is pretty cool. It takes you into Mayport. This is where we are now, and you have to traverse the St. Johns River by way of ferry. So here we are getting ready to turn into the port for the ferry. Very economical for motorcycles. It is $6 per motorcycle, and I believe they run 7 days a week, every half hour. And I think the last time the ferry runs maybe 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. I'll have to double check that to be 100% sure, but this was our first experience getting on the ferry. Pretty cool. So we're just pulling up to the terminal here, waiting for the attendant to tell us that it's okay to go ahead and ride. We got here just in the nick of time before they closed the gate for this particular ferry run. The actual amount of time you're on the ferry is maybe 15-20 minutes. It's not a long journey by any means. It's just traversing across the St. Johns River to the other side. but still a cool experience nonetheless, and a first time for us. And once you get on board the ferry, be sure you have your payment ready, because they're ready, and they want to take your cash. And I believe they also take cards as well. They have a handheld card reader. Cash is king. And here we just wait until they tell us to go ahead, single file. They, distribute the load of the vehicles. There's 3 different lanes, and they'll direct you as to which lane that you will be parked on. So here we're just getting off the ferry. Pretty cool experience, like I said. About a 15-20 minute ride. So continuing on, once we get off the ferry, just rolling into this area is absolutely gorgeous. Here we are approaching the Fort George Inlet State Park, and beyond that would be then Amelia Island. But this Fort George Inlet State Park is just absolutely gorgeous. Plenty of spots to go sunbathe, fish, even look like there was areas where you can take your car and just hang out. But the views here absolutely does no justice on this video. You have to see it in person, and it's almost like you're in the Bahamas, the way the waters are just crystal blue and turquoise, and the white sanded beaches. Holy cow. Definitely a must see. Fort George Inlet State Park. Awesome place. At least it was an awesome place to pass by. But we'll have to make another day trip up here just to come check this out in more detail, but definitely a must see, and it makes for a scenic view. Once you get beyond that Fort George River Inlet State Park, we're now into Amelia Island, and coming up here, just another beautiful area and scenic view. Fancy homes, if you got the money, whoop whoop, go spend it there and live there. But holy cow, coming up we'll be riding in through an area called the Oaks, and you can see the reason why. Another just very scenic, beautiful route, and this would make a great day trip by motorcycle, by car. However, I just highly suggest y'all do it. Now getting up through here, once we get past this, we get into Fernandina Beach a little bit. We had a little technical issue with some of our camera equipment, unfortunately, and lost some video footage, but we did end up making a turn. It was getting a little bit later in the day. We didn't start our trip until like 11 o'clock in the morning, knowing it'll be about a 4 or 5 hour drive back, or completely day trip. So we turned around, and we are actually now heading back towards Mayport. As we cross over the Amelia River, to the right there you'll see the George Creedy Bridge Fishing Pier, which is also a state park. It's strictly a foot traffic bridge only for fishing. Pretty neat. Plenty of people out there getting their catch for their day as we were passing them by. Now here we're making our approach back to the ferry. This is where we experienced a little bit of a technical difficulty with our cameras. We actually stopped at a place called the Sand Dollar Bar and Grill. Awesome place to eat. Highly recommend. It's right there on the water. This actually, when you exit the ferry, it's literally just across the bridge right there. Highly recommend. So here we're just making our approach back towards home. It was getting late in the day, and so getting back on that ferry, again, $6 per motorcycle, just waiting for the attendant. And we seemed to time this pretty good. We didn't have to wait at all. We rolled up and rolled right onto that boat. About a 15-minute ferry ride across to the other side of Mayport. This is a popular ride for many people and motorcyclists as well. As we pulled up, there was a group of 3 other bikers. So we're just joining the crowd with everyone else here and have a good time. Nice ride. And make sure you got your payment ready, because they'll hound you for it. So here we are, just hanging out on the ferry on our journey back, stretching our legs, taking a nap, whatever. And then here we're on the other side getting into St. Augustine and getting ready to cross back over that same Volano Bridge. St. Augustine, such a cool town, and during this time of year they have the Night of Lights where the entire city is basically lit up for Christmas. You can take a trolley tour and enjoy that. We were going back and forth if we should do that or not, or ride through St. Augustine at night. I didn't particularly want to do that on our motorcycles because the way people drive in that town are too busy looking at lights and probably not savvy enough to keep their eyes on the road like they should. So we opted just to kind of head back home. But again, it was just a beautiful day and ride, and a trip that we'll definitely have to extend and take again. Going up towards Fernandina Beach there is also Fort Clinch State Park, which is a place that we would eventually like to do an overnight trip, which is right there in the Florida-Georgia line, so look forward to doing that soon. Here we are currently on the San Marco Avenue Historic District in St. Augustine. And you'll just see me pan a little bit over there to the left, there where they do the historic tours. Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum is right there on the left. As we make our right-hand turn heading towards US 1, we have the Renaissance Hotel, beautifully decorated for Christmas as well, and I'm sure it looks even more gorgeous at nighttime with all their Christmas decorations lit up. So yeah, that pretty much completes our trip. Here we're just heading back south on US Highway 1, heading towards home. Had a great time. Definitely need to plan out this trip a little bit better. Like I said, we did it on a whim. Had some problems with our camera, so we resolved that. But definitely another trip, another route planned up that way, and where we can actually get into downtown Fernandina Beach and check out that Fort Clinch State Park. Anyway, thanks for watching. Here's a replay, relive, and we'll see you on the road. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate all your help with that, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.